What were you doing when you found out you were nominated?
I was in Australia with the last part of the Fleetwood Mac tour before Christmas. And I was in a hotel with my children and my wife. Got a phone call from the office, and bingo. That's what I remember. It was, in truth, I had no idea, or I'd forgotten that the album had even been submitted. And it was, and had been. And so it was on the phone, and I remember certainly within a short space of time phoning Rick up and congratulating Rick, because his work as a guitar player and as a vocalist and as an artist, it was just a cool thing. He's out the front doing this stuff, you know.
Who was the first person you told?
Oh, I just yelled down the stairs to my wife. Honey! Like Mick, I didn't even know that it was submitted, and I was on the computer doing some other stuff. Someone sent me an email that's saying the Grammys are announced tonight, and I thought, well, I wonder who won. And I went down, and that was the first I really knew that we were even in contention.
So you were surprised by it?
Yeah, totally.
Who's your date for the event?
My wife, Lynn.
Your wife.
Yes, yes.
What about you, Rick?
My wife, Amy.
Your wife. Probably disappointed they weren't.
No, they haven't left us. Yeah. They haven't left us now because we're at least nominated for a Grammy. They're hanging in there now.
Does being nominated change you or the group dynamic?
To me, it absolutely, for this band, it's a tremendous shot in the leg, in the arm, you know, no doubt, and it's totally gratifying that the work that we've done is being acknowledged, and both me and Rick are thrilled, and you know, we've sort of been drifting around in you know, successful situations. Lenny Castellanos and Mark Johnstone necessarily haven't, although they've had their own journey and they're fantastic musicians. They are beside themselves, and we're just thrilled to be acknowledged like this.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a great plus. I mean, on here it's Grammy nominated now.
Here's a big question: why do you deserve to win?
Oh, what an awful question. Why do I deserve to win? We deserve to win.
It's a self-consciously awful question.
Well, if being callous, because we're damn good. No. But I hope it's really, truly, I hope it's for the sensibility of the music that we play. And I make an emphasis on the sensibility of what we sort of, without getting all carried away, stand for in terms of the integrity of who we are as musicians, I think is the most meaningful thing. And I would like to think that is, if we're blessed with having such a wonderful event as winning, that would be why, you know, more than anything.
How do you think the Grammys have traditionally dealt with the blues category?
Well, you know, a lot of the categories like the blues and Americana, you know, it's not given the same credentials, I would think, as the Song of the Year and the Artist of the Year and the Album of the Year and such, you know. But, you know, the fact that it's still in there and still being recognized, you know, it's a good thing, because it should never go away. This kind of music should always be recognized, as with Hawaiian music and Norteño music and, you know, all these other parts of the quilt, you know, that make up our American music.
Do you have any standout misses from this year's nominations, do you guys think? Anything that kind of went unrecognized that you thought should have been nominated?
I can't think of anything.
In this category?
Or in any category, anything. Yeah.
I hadn't actually paid enough attention to. Truly, I don't go around thinking who should be applauded, because I'm just sort of not that type of a creature. But it's an interesting point. I can't give you an answer where I think, you know what, there's someone's been really overlooked here, and this is this person, and I'm sure there could be, you know, given an hour to think about it. But it's all. The one thing that I do like about the like Rick was speaking to, the lesser heard about categories that are there, and I applaud that they are kept in place, and they are more genuine, I believe, in terms of where the applause is given to not only the people that are nominated but happen to win. I do think, just by the nature of it, you know, when Fleetwood Mac had, you know, a Rumours album, or whoever's out there now, it is one hell of a helping hand to be monstrously successful, and therefore I think some of the absolute judgmental on what is talent and what truly may, I think some things do slip through, and I understand why. You know, I think it's, for us in these categories that aren't heard about, I think there is a real sense that you're really getting something, because it's not about, we don't have a million selling album or anything, you know, and no one really, to any huge degrees outside of our circle, heard about the album. We hope that they do, and hope more people. So it's a really different setup, and I'm sort of, it's quite, again, gratifying to be in that setup. You know,
Sure.
I think it maybe be a little bit more meaningful.
So, who would you like to see host the Grammys? You could pick anyone from any time. Who would you like to see be the host?
Me. I wouldn't mind doing it. I'd have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, I think you could do it. You did a good job.
What category would you like to see added?
There's so many, I can't even believe there isn't a category missing. But what's missing? I don't know. The kazoo. No, I really don't know. Rick, there's some exotic art form music that isn't acknowledged. It's pretty broad.
Maybe like best
Well,
surf rock album.
You know, you could take apart a category like world music and divide that into a lot of different. But I don't know how many people actually listen to African music or Middle Eastern music or this type of thing. I don't know. Belly dance music.
Belly dance music. There you go. Favorite Grammy moment from years past.
Did you get a Grammy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Talk about that.
Favorite Grammy moment.
Uh-huh.
Well, one was for sure getting a couple, or maybe it was a little bit more than that. I can't remember. And it was fantastic. I have to say that I am a lot more down the road in terms of time and growing up and so forth, or trying to grow up. I actually think I'm a lot more aware of what it actually means. Not that we've won a Grammy, but been nominated this time with Rick and the band. But the favourite, was that, my mum and dad, the usual great stuff, that all those years of slogging away in the garage somehow made some sense. And I had great parents, but they were so happy, because it validated